Zahra is a lady from Afghanistan, but you are living in the UK, and you are an advocate and an advisor for women's rights. Let's talk about the situation in the Afghan communities in the UK, because you said there are still problems. Some discrimination are also here, not only in Afghanistan. Why? What's happening in these communities?
Well, I think if you look at the Afghan communities and the problems that they have here, more specifically women's problem, I would say it's like an onion. It's different layers, and there are a couple of things that work related to me. I work with victims of the gender-based violence, honor-based violence more specifically. And why it's happening, I think there are multiple reasons behind that. Some of those reasons could be cultural issues. People are still bound to their traditions, and some of those traditions are not very women-friendly. There are a problem that women are lacking agency, and women do not have the capacity to actually act. Stopping these violences. And also there is a problem, I think, in the system in the UK, which is not very effective in protecting women from the minority backgrounds.
Why? Because police is working, and if a woman is calling and contacting police and also social services, she can be protected or not?
There is a very good system in supporting women who are domestically abused in the UK or they are subject to gender-based violence. Absolutely, there is police forces are active, the children's services are active in protecting children, and there is law in protecting women. Of course, every system has its own flaws, and the issue with gender-based violence with Afghan community, I think there is a lack of understanding of Afghan women's situation. For example, there are cultural things that the police forces in the UK would not understand when they are dealing with an Afghan family. And there are a lot of trainings going on with the police. The organization that I work for, we provide a very big number of trainings for the police forces. And I think it's a work in progress, and hopefully one day they will get it.
What's the fault of Afghan women in protecting patriarchy?
I'm not comfortable with saying that Afghan women have any fault in protecting patriarchy. I do think that women's becoming a guardian of the honor system, and that's partly is because the honor code, the honor system is embedded in them. When you practice that thing, something so long, it becomes part of you. When your mother and grandmother and generation lived by those cultures, definitely for you it's very difficult to break those cultures. But I believe that Afghan women are strong, and I think things will change, and we are hoping that things will change.
What do you think about Sharia court in the UK?
Well, the organization that I work for, we are part of a campaign. We want the Sharia courts to stop working. And we think that women are being double victimized when they are referred to Sharia council and Sharia courts. Their rights are not met, and they are being abused within the system.
Why are not their rights recognized?
It's a complex situation. I think the existence of Sharia Council in the UK is problematic. It's becoming a parallel system, judiciary system in the UK. Some of the things that they are advocating and they are encouraging women to do is against human rights, is against women's rights in this country. For example, a domestic violence victim are asked, for example, to go back to their husband or to get the consent of their husband for divorce. I think those things are completely abusive to women, which should stop.